Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly energy update, and this week we are moving into Libra season. That happens on September 22nd. I do have a video that I put out, a little pick a card for the Libra season, which came out on Sunday the 18th. So if you're watching this when these videos come out, it's coming out tomorrow. For all you Libra sun babies, happy birthday. There is a special bonus reading at the end of that pick a card for all of you, so you can check that out too. Now this week, of course, because we're going into Libra season, we're having our new moon on September 25th, which now that we're in Libra season, it is the new moon in Libra. So with the cycles of the moons, of course, we have a cycle every 28, 29 days in moons, but we also have this annual type of cycle where we're having a new moon in Libra now. And then in about 6 months from now, we will have a full moon in Libra, which allows you to see whatever you plant now in seeds around this Libra energy. You'll see it growing throughout time till it comes to fruition at the full moon of Libra next year. Now, so the most recent full moon we've had in the past was back on April 16th. So if you look around April 16th and see what may be around the subject of Libra energies you were letting go of and you were evaluating and reviewing, you can look and see what has been removed and what you're ready to replant in its place for this next kind of 5 or 6 months. So the Libra energy, of course, is around one-on-one relationships, which can be romance, friends, partnering with others to help you or you helping others. It is kind of a little bit about pampering yourself and having some, time for you and doing things for you. Can involve, of course, with the scales, you have the legal issues and justice. Being an air sign, you can have some, energies around overthinking. I know I'm a sun air sign, so I understand that. And of course, with those, it's all about balancing peace and harmony with those Libra scales. Now, as far as subjects around the physical body, what Libra rules over is the adrenal glands, the buttocks, kidneys, diabetes, and sugar levels. So if any of those items are items that you do want to have some energy around and some movement and some change with, that just empowers this new moon even more so. So, you get 10 new moon wishes. So every new moon you get this 10 wishes. And if you do use those wishes around these subjects, it just aligns the energy even more so with helping bring those to fruition. So you can look at those. Of course, the new moon in Libra is going to be around 3:54 p.m. Mountain Time, and you want to usually make those wishes within 8 hours after that. So you have that 8-hour window where it's just really, the energies are just extreme to help you towards those wishes. So if you do want to know more about making new moon wishes, about your birthday wishes, there's even something I call the Whopping wishes, which you can get 40 or even 80 of those a year. Also how you can use full moons for kind of a an unveiling and letting go type of ceremonies. I do have something that I call a Wish Upon a Star Astro Reading, which I'll put down in the description box below. There's a moving price scale on those between $10, $20, and $30. And I'll show you what your solar return date is, what your, Whopping wish periods are. You usually will have two, one based on your natal chart and one based on your solar chart. So you'll have this kind of information available to you, and I'll give you a ton of information on that. So if you want interested in any of that, you can check that out in the description box below. So for this reading, though, we're going to move past all this. We're going to look at how we can use this Libra energy and what the Creator would like us to know about that. And I'll do readings for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Geminis, this is your weekly energy update. We're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Sacred Creators Oracle. And any other time I use cards in a reading, I do list them in the description box below. So if any of them catch your fancy and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. So we're going to start off by pulling from this deck and just see what the Creator and Spirit want you to know around this Libra new moon energy. So for all our Geminis, what would you like them to know about this beautiful Libra new moon energy? Nope, none of those they said. Okay, there it is. You have the now. So coming back to this moment, and that is card 47. So we'll put this right down here. And let's take a look and see what message comes with this. I mean, I know it seems kind of obvious, but we'll see what other details they want to share too. It says, time is always on your side. The universe has brought you right here, right now. So be here now. Nothing else is tangible. You cannot change the past, and you can only change the future by making changes today. Your now is always the only moment when you can actively inspire change. So go ahead and hunker down and take a moment to enjoy a few full, deep breaths. Notice the wonderful life you have already started creating. Yes. And trust that you have all the time you need. When you stop seeing time as something to work against, change can happen in the blink of an eye. Things shift quickly when you are aligned with the divine. Your miracle will flow into your life in perfect arrangement, so begin to act in a way that shows trust in its arrival. Bathe your present day in the experience of your success instead of looking to the far-off future to finally realize your dream. Wow, I love that. So definitely taking the time constraints. I was reading something today earlier. It was like, I think, a meme on Instagram. It said something along the lines of letting go of the attachment. Actually, I'm going to grab my phone really quick here. Yeah, it says trust in God means not having to have a particular result, but rather knowing that whatever result is for our highest good. So it kind of goes along those lines, but it basically is saying that, you know, when we get tied to the time frame, like, is it going to happen at a particular time, and what, you know, we look to the future for the outcome. If we just trust that whatever outcome is going to come is for our highest good, we stop trying to make things happen. We stop trying to control things, and we go with the flow. We understand the moment of the now. So I love this message coming in. Let's see what else they have to say here. We'll pull from these Ask Your Guides Oracle too. And one more time. All right, so what else for our Geminis, please? What else would you like them to know about this new moon energy? Okay, this is the one. And you've got grace, Holy Spirit. So Spirit letting you know, grace, relax. And if your name is Grace, I'm probably just freaked you out, right? You're like, what did he say my name for? So 39. And let's see what else they'd like to add to that. So it is harmony, beauty, prosperity, elegance. It says the Holy Spirit is filling your life with grace and ease. You're aligning with your purpose, and your discipline and focus are paying off. Everything you touch seems to transform into prosperity and beauty. This is more than luck. It's the reflection of the Holy Spirit flowing through you. The more you surrender to this divine energy, the more you'll be gifted with synchronicity and flow, like we were talking about. Trust your immediate impulses and act on them without hesitation. The Holy Spirit is helping you make the right choices at the right time. Your greatest challenge is to hold on to this joyous and natural, healthy self-esteem and not allow others to throw you into self-doubt. Believe in your dreams, your spirit, and yourself. Pray for the strength to keep your focus clear and your heart open. And the Holy Spirit's message is, walk in grace, all is well. Yeah, and that's that feeling, right? It's like, yeah, just knowing that everything is perfect in this moment, and trust that messages and that oomph that comes in from the Holy Spirit, from spirit realm and your higher self, and trust your intuition and do the things. Do what you want to do in this moment and not be like, well, this is what I have to do in order to get what I want. So, instead trust that, because we can get so caught up in our minds. And I know Gemini, I'm an Aquarius sun, so I can get caught up in my mind and my thoughts and become, so task oriented, especially I have Capricorn rising too, which is can get tasky and worky, that it's like, well, you're getting stuff done, but are you enjoying the process? And I'm like, oh, there we go. Let me get back to the moment and enjoying the process in each step instead of focusing on getting to here. Because when I get to here, I'm just going to have to go back here. It's just like, enjoy each of the moments along the way instead of getting to destinations. So I love that coming in here for you. We will use the tarot of the magical forest to see what else they'd like to add. Okay, they do want that one. And this one. And one more time here. All right, what else? Okay, they do want that one. What else for our... Okay, those. Okay, all right. Well, here are your cards. So we will put these like this. We'll start with this one since it made itself known. And you have the Two of Pentacles. So here is the balancing of the outside world with the higher realm and the lower realm. Definitely that each moment we have a choice that we're making in the the choices that we're making in the outside world. We can either make a choice that's related to the fear of losing conditional love, that's related to the human experience, or we can connect to the higher realms into those emotions that are rooted in unconditional love instead. And so we make these decisions, we make these movements in the outside world in either one or the other of those. And that's the balancing that happens. Neither is wrong, neither is right. They're both just are. And they're both experiences, and we came here to experience both. And once we're done experiencing one way, then we will experiment and try, experiencing the other way. So there is this beautiful balancing that's coming in, but in the awareness of the two different realms, and that you're never, ever stuck in one mode. We are, while we feel frustrated and why we feel fear a lot of times is we're like, this isn't temporary. I'm going to have to be in this emotion the rest of my life. And it's like, nope, we can always make a different choice. And knowing there's always that other warmer, brighter choice allows us to experience this without freaking out so much. I get to flow through, like the flow it talked about. In this moment, I get to flow through what emotion I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing in life, knowing that it's not going to be that way forever, because this world is very temporary, whereas the spirit world is eternal. So with this temporariness, we're like, okay, I'll flow through what's going on right now and follow my heart, follow the guidance of spirit, and go with the flow. Even this little flow of this, it's like the infinity symbol. It's like patterns, ebb and flow and ebb and flow. And you have another ebb and flow in a way, Six of Pentacles, outside world again. This is the giving and receiving card. So it is that there's this flow coming in, allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to give, allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to give, that you don't have to be the one that's always, always giving and not receiving. Now you will receive from the heavens, you'll fill up with this wonderful love and this wonderful guidance, and it'll fill you up and overflow out to the world. But some of the fears of the future is that I'm not going to have enough. And when we trust that the creator of all things, which the Five of Pentacles before this, is that lesson, is that experience where we realize when we're relying on the outside world for our sustenance, we freak out because the outside world is unstable. But when you realize your foundation and your sustenance comes from the creator, which is what these were talking about, then you trust that you're always going to have what you need in the next moment, in this moment, and that all future moments are going to have what they need at that time. But you may not get all future moment stuff in this moment, because it's like a little kid in a lunch line, at school. He's in the cafeteria and he's freaking out because he has enough money for food today. But what about the rest of the week? And he's trying to think of how he's going to stretch today's money out for the entire week. And the kind old, lunch lady, she's like, honey, you're going to have enough money for tomorrow, because you get new money added every morning for that day's lunch. It happens automatically. And then we stop freaking out. I love it. And then you have the Judgment card. Yep. So this is you, your higher self, blaring a horn, waking you up, and your human side, letting you know that you're so much more than just the human side, but that you're this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love. So the twos that are coming in here are showing you that you are so much more than the human experience. And when you realize that, then you know that our ego, when it feels it's temporary and its life is going to end, it stresses, it's worrying about time. But when we realize we are eternal, we have all the time in the world and outside the world, we are able to be here more in the present. So that's beautiful. Yep. And then here's the Ace of Cups. So you're being offered the chalice, the Holy Grail. This is full of the unconditional love of the creator of all things. And like I said before, you kind of become this chalice where you fill up with all that. And you can kind of see here how it's overflowing. So you get to be filled up, and then it overflows out to the world. So you don't have to worry about solving the world's problems. You just focus on your connection to walking with spirit and to being in the moment and filling up with all that love, and then it overflows out to others, and then everything takes care of itself. So I love this grace and this gentleness that's coming in here for you. Yeah, because here you have the Page of Cups, who offers you the Ace of Cups, but it is about new love, higher love. Yeah, the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups, basically are about moving into higher places of love. And this is about you reaching higher places of love, going to next levels of love as well. So, this is about this piece of that journey. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a romantic love or an outside love, but really when you become this chalice and you fill up with unconditional love and you're overflowing with unconditional love, you have all the love you need. But any other love that comes your way is extra. It's above and beyond. It changes your relationship to that external love, because you're not like so desperate for that love, because before you had this belief in lack, that I don't have enough love and there's not enough love out there. I've got to get all the love I can because there's not enough to go around. But then you realize you have all the love you need right inside of you. Then you don't fight for it anymore. You're just like, okay, wow. And then you also have the Queen of Cups. So cups, cups, cups. A lot of love being offered to you through this. The Queen of Cups is much like the High Priestess, because not only does she rule over the water element, all the queens get an extra dose of water. So she's double water element, double emotions, which allows her to connect so deeply inside of her. She has a great connection to her gut, her intuition, and connection to the spiritual realm, a lot like the High Priestess. So, this is you gaining higher levels of love throughout this experience. So this is so perfect. And then your last card is going to be coming from the Wild Offerings Oracle. And this is just going to be the final message for this reading. One more. There we go. So for our Geminis, what's your final message for them for this reading? Okay, right there. And you've got love. Just can't make it up sometimes. It was all about love, like we're talking about. It says, it's not about finding love. You are love itself. Help me, Lord, to send so much compassion and caring to the inner child that I always remember I myself am love. Yes, we're talking about your higher self here. You are a powerful spiritual being that is made of unconditional love. You just can't make it up. Look at all the pinks. That higher heart chakra love. It is all about connecting to that higher love, right? So this is beautiful. I do absolutely love this for you, Geminis. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out like monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. And if you want to be notified immediately when those become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up, clicking that like button, also click the subscribe button, and that'll give you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there'll be an option that you can select for all. If you do that, then you'll be notified immediately of any new videos as they become available. Also, doing those things helps spread the Zen love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like a video and then share a video, comment on the video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy happy. It wants to share the messages of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful for it. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and actually my recorded personal readings are on the slided price scale, which means you can choose between a few different price points on one that is more in alignment with your budget. So if you're interested in looking into that, it's all listed in the description box below. All right, Geminis, as you go throughout this beautiful energy of this Libra new moon, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. You have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.